and welcome back to High Stakes MMA. We're here to break down the fight card for Fight Night at the Apex, Reyes versus Yuri. First fight of the night is Luke Cool Hands Sanders versus Felipe Colares. Luke, who is elder, 35 years old, 5'6", 71-inch reach, fighting out of Fight Ready MMA. Coming in on a one-fight losing streak, going up against Felipe Colares, also on a one-fight losing streak out of Brazil. Team Nogueira, he does have some. He did lose his last fight against Montel Jackson by decision. With Luke coming in off a loss to Nate Manis. It's going to be a close fight, in my opinion. From what I've heard, a lot of people have other opinions on this fight. Luke. A lot of people are down on Luke because he is a one-trick pony. But it's going to be an interesting fight. What do you got?
I'm thinking more Colares on this one. Luke doesn't impress me too much. He's kind of basic. The man just throws heavy 1-2s, not very fast. But Colares is definitely slower. So Sanders is going to be the faster man there. Like you said, he's definitely fighting out of a good camp. One thing to notice, he is stepping up here. So definitely something to think about. He might be the smaller man here. He is a state champ wrestler, former state champ wrestler, so that's something he always has in his back pocket. One thing he does do, though, man, or he has bad fight IQ, in my opinion. The man, he does dumb things that makes him lose the fight. He grapples with Rani Yaya when he's not supposed to, when he's lighting him up on the feet. He throws illegal knees, stuff like that. Those are not traits you want in a fighter that are going to be betting on. On the flip side with Colares, you did say he's fighting out of Team Nogueira. The man's pretty good everywhere, not great any specific thing. If you had to say Luke's good at one thing, it's definitely his 1-2. The man can throw a 1-2, but that's pretty much it, and a good body kick. On the flip side with Colares, he does throw good combos on the feet. He does got a good body kick into a takedown that he will throw very often, so if you see that coming, it'll be easy to stop. He has no KOs, so that's definitely something to look out for. The man could be 0-3 in the UFC, so definitely something to look for. But he does have a big chin. He took a beating against Montel Jackson. I think he has like one of the only 30-25 scorecards I've ever seen. Montel Jackson gave him everything he had, and he just took it, and he was still there in the third round. He was still hitting takedowns, threatening with subs. So, he showed that he could still stay there after a beating. He's still 27 years old, still improving. So he's definitely going to have a little bit of a reach on Luke Sanders. I don't know which one you got, but sometimes you see the reaches at different places. I seen it on the UFC Fight Pass. He was at 67-inch reach, so going to have a little reach on him. He's going to have a little size on him. With that being said, and that he can take a big shot, I would more lean towards Colares, but Sanders, Luke, he does do good, but even when he's doing good, the man gets rocked in every single one of these fights. Even the ones that he's doing great in, he gets rocked. Every round he's winning gets rocked. Something to look forward to is he's stepping up in weight, so it might be a problem at a bigger weight class.
So with Luke coming in 13-4, his last fight, like I said, was a loss, rear naked choke to Nate Manis. Biggest win of his career, definitely against Barral. He had that TKO back in 2019. You mentioned the loss to Rani Yaya. He has a win against Maximo Blanco, someone I like watching. His probably biggest loss of his career was fumbling the bag to his girlfriend Becky Lynch from the WWE. That was his biggest L. But with Cool Hands, the thing about him is he's an explosive guy. Like you mentioned, that big 1-2. He does have power in that right hand. But he does get real reckless. Not a very smart fighter. He does mix in the wrestling. He gets just a little excited at times, and he gives up good positions, going for a finish that ends up hurting him in the long run. So, it's kind of tough to kind of, put your money on this guy. On the flip side with Colares, not a lot of top big names that he's fought, not a lot of top guys. He's 9-2. Is what I'm seeing. I'd show he has 5 submission losses. He's a Nogueira training partner. So he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so you got that ground game. But I just seen him real slow. He looked like he was winging punches in all the fights that I've seen of him. He kind of seemed to gas a little late in the fights. But like again, he is a disciple of the Nogueira bros, so he's got to have some type of toughness in there, man. Going in there every day with them guys. But he's gonna have to find a way to get Luke out of there early, I believe. Because as the fight goes on, I think Luke's gonna be a little more explosive, and he might catch him with something late in the fight. I am gonna go with Luke, but man, this is a toss up, and it could go either way. I'll show the odds. I showed the odds earlier. A couple days ago, it was Luke plus 150 and Colares minus 180. I think that is almost swapped now.
It's I got bet online minus 139 for Luke Sanders as of right now, with Colares coming back at plus 119.
Yeah. So there's money coming in on Luke. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that there. But man, I wouldn't be surprised in the bid if Colares just strangles him out.
Yeah, we also got the under on this one, 2.5 plus 110 and minus 140 on the over on it. So I don't know which way you would want to play that. This is the first time I'm looking at it. Honestly, I would have pegged that at probably around the same. But I don't know, man. Luke, he can definitely get it done, but I don't really have too much faith in him finishing it. I mean, even though he has quite a bit of KOs, a lot of those KOs came earlier in his career. The only one he has in the UFC is against Chinny Barao, which, a lot of people
Who hasn't?
Yeah, at this point, stiff win will do that. But, yeah, I mean, other than that, even when he was had people in trouble, he couldn't finish them. So I'm not too keen on Luke. I don't see him getting Colares out of there. That over's probably looking good at this point. One thing Colares does do, though, he does look for subs and he does look for takedowns. So if Luke's coming out here with just those 1-2s and those body kicks, I mean, I see this guy going for takedowns.
He's gonna want to, because on the feet he's so slow and Luke's so explosive that he might end up getting in there and touching him. So that's the best thing. Maybe it is a small cage. Maybe he's able to get him against the cage, get him down to the floor. And if he gets it there, I see a possible submission that Colares is able to pull off. As a possibility as well. But it's a good thing, a good chance this could go the distance.
Yeah, I mean, Luke just does come forward. He constantly comes forward. So that's going to be something to look forward to, definitely. Maybe thinking about a prop for one of these guys finishing in the third round. That could be definitely live. Luke, I would think maybe Colares, maybe sub on Luke, maybe the third round. Might be live. We'll see, man. But as a pure pick on this one, I'm gonna take Colares, the bigger man.
All right, I got Luke. He got Colares. Thanks for listening.